What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the 27-inch Alienware gaming monitor, more specifically the AW2721D. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons of this monitor, and then I'm going to give you some of my own real-life experience that I've had with it. And if at any point during the video you guys want to check out this monitor for yourselves, all the Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys, but let's jump right into the first pro. And that first pro is 240 Hz at 1440p on a fast IPS Nano color display. It's a lot of technology that is packed into this screen right here. So I'm going to continue to throw you some big numbers. 131.3% coverage of the sRGB color space, which is insane on a 240 Hz display. We're seeing these fast IPS, and this one is a fast IPS Nano color display. It's a big deal, and it's a fantastic screen. And the brightness is the next pro, which is insane. 450 nits. Insane. They pack so much into this monitor, and those are all the first tons of pros. Moving on to the next pro, we got 1 millisecond response time. Great for gaming. Obviously, it's gonna have 1 millisecond response time. It's an expensive, fairly expensive, but honestly, we're gonna get to the end of the video. It's not really that expensive, but obviously 1 millisecond response time, great for gaming. This also has DisplayHDR 600, so if you guys are into HDR, really high dynamic range, you're gonna like this. And a very big pro for this monitor, which does set it apart from the competition, this has G-Sync Ultimate, which is very different from just normal G-Sync, which does make it significantly smoother. If you guys are gonna notice that stuff, it will make a difference. If you don't, it won't, but I do notice that stuff because I'm a tech nerd. However, G-Sync Ultimate is absolutely where it's at. Now, the next pro is gonna be looks. We're gonna talk about that a little bit, and don't worry, I will talk about direct gaming and my experience with it after I get through these pros. Now, the looks, the slim bezels are not just slim bezels, they're very slim bezels. I don't know why Dell Alienware didn't push that more and like say they're ultra thin, but they are ultra thin. The one on the bottom is a little bit thicker. It's kind of like a normal thin bezel, but the ones on the side are the thinnest bezels I have seen on a 27-inch monitor. And obviously it's not that big of a deal, but it looks very, very good. Now the next pro is it has a light sensor in it, so it can change the brightness on the display depending on the brightness of your room, which could be nice because this is 450 nits, and sometimes when playing games and the whole screen goes white in like a cutscene or something, it literally hurts your eyes if you're in a dark room. However, I never turn that on because I hate adaptive changing displays with brightness. I hate them, but it's there. You can turn it off very easily. Now the next thing, it's an Alienware. Even though it's a monitor, it's still an Alienware, so you're gonna get some RGB lighting or 4-zone lighting. People get so mad at me when I call it RGB lighting, but honestly, it's there. It's on the power button, it's on the back, it's got the logo on it. It looks cool, but because of the placement that it's in, you never really see it that much unless you're like a streamer and people can actually see the back of your monitor. This monitor will look especially good if your monitor isn't against the wall, but I think that's very few of you. However, you are paying top dollar-ish, but that's Alienware. You get it, it's nice. I mean, there's nothing to write home about, but it is nice that it has it. Next pro is the menu system. Everything is really easy to understand. Everything's really easy to find and customize. There is 4 buttons as well as a little toggle or a little nipple switch. I don't like calling it that, it makes me uncomfortable. But it is not quite as good as the LG's, which is just one little mover thingy. I don't want to say it again. LG's is very good. It's extremely easy to learn. It's very intuitive. This is close to that, and it's pretty good. It's not as good as the LG's, but it's darn good, and everything's really easy to understand. Now let's talk about the stand. If you guys are not going to mount this, which you can, which is another pro later, the stand and the build quality is, oh my God, it is amazing. The absolute best stand on any production monitor. As well, the build quality, the strength, everything, the premiumness, absolutely the best, hands down. So on this one, it comes in white, which I absolutely love. It matches my desk extremely well. The front of it is kind of black with an Alienware logo on it, so you can actually see the Alienware logo, which looks very nice. It doesn't light up, but it's shiny, and I think it's good that it doesn't light up. But besides that, you have a lot of customizability in where this monitor goes. So there is vertical adjustment, so it can go up and down quite a bit, extremely easy. It can tilt, it can rotate, and it can even pivot. And that's pivoting without the actual base moving. It's just on the back of it oh my God, it is such a good design. Alienware puts this in a lot of their monitors, and they should be, because it's so freaking good. It's so sturdy, and it's just easy. And let's be honest, for a very thick monitor and thick stand, it looks extremely sleek. Now let's get to the ports. We have two HDMI 2.0, we have a DisplayPort 1.4, we have a USB 3.2 Gen 1 with charging capabilities, and then two more USB 3.2s with downstream and one more with upstream. As well as that, you have an audio jack, and those are kind of displayed, or not displayed, but put all over the monitor. There's some on the bottom of it and then some on the back of it. Some people might be mad that there's not HDMI 2.1, but obviously the people that are going to be using this monitor are not going to be using it with like an Xbox. Although I guess you could, it's totally legit that you could, but I don't think you're going to be. It's 240 hertz, it's a little bit overkill. Now the next pro is this thing can obviously be VESA mounted with the 100mm by 100mm. You guys should have known that, but just to clarify, 100mm by 100mm. However, this thing weighs a lot. It is a big boy. With everything, the cables, the stand, the monitor itself, everything, it weighs a whopping 34 pounds. Yes, you heard me correctly. That is a lot of weight for a monitor. However, the panel itself is still pretty up there at 13.89 pounds. It is a lot for a 27-inch monitor. However, it's well worth it for that gorgeous display with color accuracy and everything. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now the pros have been basically gone over. You know the specs, you know everything. How is it actually? It is so good. It is definitely my favorite panel that I have ever used. And I am not going to include insanely expensive monitors, but for the price range that this is in, you might think it's a very expensive monitor, and it is. It's a very expensive monitor. However, it is a bargain for what this thing actually is. And let me explain myself. So normally a 240 hertz monitor for the longest time was competitive level. It was competitive gamer grade level, really competitive. Only people that were gonna be competitive use this. This isn't just made for competitive gamers. It's made for gamers that want an extremely smooth, extremely enjoyable experience, but you still get a gorgeous display with over 450 nits, super bright. You get 131.3% sRGB color space. That means you can edit video footage, photography, anything you want. It's fantastic because of all of those things for watching movies and YouTube and things like that. But you can literally go from competitive level gaming that is extremely enjoyable because of the response times, go straight into editing video footage and photos, and it's seamless and it's all on the same monitor. What a time we are living in. This monitor is absolutely perfect for somebody that wants that. And comparatively to the 360 hertz monitor, which I actually also did a review of, it'll be at the end of this video, this thing is insanely cheap. So now you guys are gonna be like, cons. What are the cons with this thing? So firstly, is there ghosting? Because I know a lot of you guys will ask about it. Now, obviously in every single IPS panel, there's going to be ghosting. And in every single panel, there's gonna be ghosting. Now the OLEDs might be different, we'll have to see. I have seen a lot of bad ghosting and it is not fun. And especially when scrolling through text on a page, it's like you cannot read unless you just stay in one spot, and that's bad and that sucks. But I honestly did not find this to be a problem at all. It's not very bad ghosting, and I'm saying very bad because every single panel is gonna have ghosting on it. So guys, overall, would I recommend this monitor to you if you want to be able to switch between photo editing, video editing, and gaming? Absolutely. Would I recommend this to you if you just want a gorgeous panel for gorgeous gaming at super high refresh rate? Absolutely. This panel is probably my favorite panel of 2020 and probably into 2021. It's gonna be hard to beat this at the price point. Right now, you can get this under $800, which is blowing my absolute, I cannot imagine, this is blowing my mind. Guys, if you do want to go pick it up, there is Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. If you enjoyed this review and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy gaming tech reviews and tech reviews in general, I do a ton of those, so please consider subscribing. And I also did a review on Dell Alienware's 360 hertz fastest refresh rate in the world. They came out with a 25-inch monitor, and you guys should check out that review. I just did it. I cannot speak at the end. Just go look at the 360 hertz monitor I did. Alienware thing. If you enjoyed this, Can't talk. Now a message to my subscribers. I always give these little messages to you guys at the end of the video. So I am actually moving to a brand new apartment. I'm not gonna get into my whole life story, but I have been living at my parents' house in the room, and it's been very, very tight and cramped. So I'm actually getting my own place. If you guys do want me to vlog that, I don't know if that's something that I am gonna do, but if enough of you guys want it, I will do it, or maybe just do an apartment tour when everything's set up. But I wanted to let you know because the videos might be a little bit slow. I'm moving in on New Year's, which is gonna be interesting. So the videos might be a little bit slow during, a little bit before, and a little bit after that whole process, but the videos are gonna get insanely good because we're gonna have whole studio set up and it's gonna be big. The channel is going insane, guys. We just hit 20,000 subs just a little bit ago, and we're almost at 2,100 subs. 21,000 subs. Oh my God, there's so many of you guys. I also want to thank you guys so much. Literally, genuinely, I look at the number 20,000 and I cannot believe it. And it's also not how I view you guys. I've talked to a lot of you guys, whether that be in the comment or the Discord, and I literally feel like in every single video that when I'm making them, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the person that, you know, I actually talk to. People like Astro in the Discord, we talked a lot. I haven't been on Discord for a lot, but Astro, Rhino, I don't want to say all you guys' real names, but I know another one of you guys was insanely stupid on there, David, like a bunch of you guys I talked to on Discord and haven't talked in a while, but every single time I make a video, I'm talking to every single one of you guys. So I wanted to thank you guys for appreciating my content, enjoying it enough to actually subscribe and support me through making this tech review stuff even bigger and going super big. So thank you for all the support. Your guys' comments are so much appreciated. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.